Hello and welcome to this tutorial on how to rotate geometry within Spark Creator. You can see in the graph I've gone and created a polycircle and then extruded that to create a simple set of geometry. What you might find in some instances when you're modeling, you want to actually start to rotate this geometry so it's not just kind of restrained to a certain axis. To do that, we're going to go and use the rotate tool, which can be found in Atom, down to geometry, go to transform and rotate. And you can see that has pretty much got the geometry we had before and just connected it into the rotate atom using a simple geometry to geometry connection. Now, since we have that selected, you can see nothing's really happened to it because we don't have any data plugging into it in the parameter window here. You can see that on the rotation we have three values, and these correlate to the X, Y and Z axis. So I can start to rotate it around the X axis, a little bit around the Y and Z. So you can have these values plugged into the rotation input of the atom using an XYZ to vector and an earlier network to define these values. Within the pivot options here, it's pretty much where the object is pivoting from. So you can see at the moment, since it's set at 0, 0, 0, the object is pivoting around 0, 0, 0, or the origin. If we were to shift that, you can see that the object is now pivoting around a much further point. One of the tools that I use quite a bit is this little tick box called the center pivot, and basically what that does is it rotates the object around its center point instead of a certain point in space. So you can see that if we were to start changing these values now, it's actually rotating around the center point of the object, which is roughly about here. So that's how to start rotating geometry within Spark Creator.